go. Hello, everyone. We are live, me and Chris, and I'll do a formal introduction in just a little bit. But while we're waiting for people to join, do let us know in the
Uh-oh,
comments. Can you
breaking
hear
up
me?
again.
Am I breaking up? Yeah, tell me on the call whether I am breaking up or whether you can hear me or whether it's just can you it's breaking up real bad, Chris?
It was when you were doing your first sentence. Now you're
Oh,
good
okay,
again.
okay. All right. Well, I if it keeps breaking up real bad, then Chris, do you mind popping in the comments to let us know if my voice is breaking up while I kind of do this intro? But
Yes.
yeah, I see more people starting to join. Jen ascending. Hey, hi Jennifer. And you
Oh,
are
thank you,
in.
5P.
Is it breaking up
No,
again?
you're good.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. Tell me, give me a wave or something like this. If you or
Okay.
anyone on the call, if my voice is breaking up, and I'll go inside the house. It's a nice day out here in California. So, hey Jennifer, and hey Reagan, and Wendy and Shannon. Oh my goodness, lots of people calling in. Yeah,
Yeah.
tell us where you're calling in from and whether you're a first time green stalker and took advantage of the really awesome sale going on right now and what color you got or what
Right.
colors you got.
And
Yeah,
how many?
and how many. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, while we're getting started over here, Chris and I were chatting yesterday about some of the interesting things that we find in our green stocks. And for me, I always like to restack my green stocks at least once a year because I find black widows, you guys, in those gray discs in between. I don't know what it is. It's California climate. Yeah, black widows love my gray saucers. I don't know, Chris. You have found some interesting things as well. Tell us about
Yeah.
that.
There was a family of mice, and then that's happened a couple of times. They love living in the green stalks. And
Ah,
then last summer was a snake, a gardener snake, but still a snake. So
oh my
he
God.
scared the stew out of me, and he got to be cozy for a while until my husband got him out of there.
Oh my gosh. Okay, like those are the two things. You'd think that one would be eating the other, right? I mean,
Right,
maybe
you would
that's why
think
maybe
that,
that's where
but
the snake came.
apparently
So
they weren't there at the same time.
or maybe the snake ate all the mice. Oh well,
I
you would
haven't
hope.
seen a snake yet this year. Fingers crossed.
Oh
None yet.
gosh. And if you've got garden snakes, they're actually supposedly good if you don't freak out about them
As
like
long
I
as I don't
do.
see them, I'm fine with them.
Yeah, same here. Yeah. My mother, I was raised Catholic, and so we were very religious about, the Bible and all of that. And my mother used to always say, you know what? You know why women particularly do not like snakes? Remember Adam and Eve? The snake was the one that deceived the woman. So yeah, be
Yes,
careful of
that is a
be
good
careful of snakes. Women always hate snakes. And I know that that's not
point.
true, but you know
Right.
how it was in those days. All right, hey, let's get started. I see a lot of people commenting and telling us where they're from. But first off, I want to give a very, very warm welcome to my co host over here and guest, Chris McDonald from Little Girl Tech Digital
Little tech
Homestead. Did I get
girl.
it right? Did I get it right? Okay, good. I
No,
was so embarrassed. I
that's
posted a
okay.
reel on Instagram yesterday and I was like, little girl, little what? Yeah. Anyway, so Chris is here, and she is the proud owner of how many green stocks now, Chris?
Oh wait, give me a moment because I just ordered some more.
He's lost track.
There
That should
are
tell
there are
you.
17 in play in the garden. There's a blackberry sitting that just arrived. There's a rusted red sitting that just arrived, and I ordered three more. So what does that bring me to? I think 21, 22. But my plan is to swap out some of the evergreens
Yeah.
from that are already out there and replace them with some of the pretty colors. And irony is asking, yes, people being me have really seen a snake in their green stock. Yes.
Yeah. So who's got Chris beat in the comments? Let us know who's got more than 22. I see that Irony has got 22 so far, but
Oh, so we're
let us
matching. Wow. So someone in my group ordered 16 during the sale, and she said that brings her total up to 34.
34. Oh my
I think
gosh.
there's a guy in the Greenstock group that has more than that.
I know someone who's got like 50 something. Yeah, it's crazy. It's I
Crazy.
don't e- I don't even, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because while it's exciting, there's also work that comes with it, and I'll share some of my thoughts on that. Chris, definitely love to hear your thoughts on that as well. But before we jump in, I just want to say today is the giveaway day as well. I'm going to be giving away a 3-tier green stock. Your choice of color, your choice of texture, as long as it's in stock.
Right.
That's really important because people are just clearing out the warehouse. It's unbelievable. And if you guys are not on the Facebook page, GreenStalk Facebook page, get on it because that's where you really get all the updated information. People are just on it. Like recently, they also put the maple color up for
Mhm.
retirement. And I didn't even know that. I found out only because I was on the Facebook group. And then afterwards, the affiliates were informed that color also. But yeah, get on that Facebook group. It's called, I think, GreenStalk Gardeners
Yes.
is the
Yes, it
name of the
is.
group. Yeah, get on it. Lots of valuable information, lots of people sharing their tips and tricks. And it's actually monitored and managed by the GreenStalk company. So
Mhm.
Jordan and Cody Thomas manage it, but they don't really participate much in it. I think this is just for them also. It
Cody's
helps
busy.
yeah, it helps to hear the feedback, right, about what's working, what's not working, if there are any problems with the green stocks. They want to know about it, and they're always looking for ideas for new products as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, but back to the topic of the 3-tier green stock. I won't be giving it away today, but definitely comment on this live stream and put the code word greenlove10, which by the way is also my code. Put the code word greenlove10 because that will qualify your entry. I'll be searching in the comments for all those who have that greenlove10 because there's probably going to be a lot of comments. I hope to read every single one of them, but in case I miss something, definitely put greenlove10. I will look for that. And then also, if you have posted in Instagram for an extra entry, then let me know because some of you have private Instagram entries. So even if you tag me over there, I wouldn't be able to see it. So let me know over here in the comments that you also made an entry in Instagram for an extra whatever contribution to the pile of entries that we're going to be receiving. So yeah, definitely like and subscribe this video, like and subscribe to my channel, both here as well as on Instagram if you have that. And then yeah, let me know in the comments here with the code word greenlove10 that you're getting an entry in here. So that's
And if
about.
you
I won't
don't
be
win,
announcing the winners in this. What's
sorry.
that?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said I won't be announcing the winners in this. It's just too complicated to do that. You're going to have to
Oh
trust
yeah.
me that it will be entirely fair, and I will
Mhm.
not. I will not pick my favorites or anything like that. I'm going to actually do it old school. I don't have that many people. At least I'm
Mhm.
hoping that there's not that many people, which means that your chance to win is higher as well. And I'll put it all in a hat, and I'll maybe I'll do a little video of me picking the winner. So you'll have to trust me on that. And you were saying,
And
Chris?
I was just going to say, if you don't win during this contest, make sure you follow my channel or follow me because I'm going to work on having my own contest coming up. I gave one away back in March at a workshop that I did, and people just we love the giveaways, don't we? We love giving away stuff.
Oh, absolutely. No matter how, even if you've got 34 green stocks, you still want one more, right?
Yes,
Um,
something about winning things. Yes.
yeah. So I put Chris's YouTube channel over here, Little Tech Girl 2. Go and definitely subscribe to her channel as well. She's got some fantastic content. And
Yeah,
actually,
and make
one
sure
of
it's
her,
Little Tech Girl too, because someone snatched Little Tech Girl from me, even though that's my Gmail name. But you'll know the difference because she has one subscriber and it's a totally different gamer girl or something.
oh, good to know. No, you do not want to subscribe to that Little Tech Girl. How dare she? Go get it back from
I,
her.
well, I'm kind of mad at that Google would allow that to happen because I've had Little Tech Girl forever, but because of a mishap on their end years ago, I had to grab two for my YouTube. So that name should not have been available for anyone to grab,
it's
really.
it's something very secretive that goes on behind the scenes on the how because I'm like absolutely certain there's no way this name could have been taken and it's taken, right? So
Right.
I think there's something that we don't understand that goes on behind the scenes over there. So maybe it's up to the highest bidder or something if you want to if you want a particular name. But
Yes. Yes.
I'm seeing a lot of yeah, I see. I see Grace, like for example, you said that you posted on Instagram. Do me a favor, whenever you post anything related to the giveaway, if you want to grab my attention, like for example, Grace, you've posted on Instagram here, put that word Green Love 10, because that's what I'm going to be searching for. And then
Mhm.
I just don't want to miss it. I know that, yeah, Grace, I know that you messaged me as well. So thank you for doing that. But yeah, definitely put Green Love 10 and I will make sure that you get entered for the competition.
Let me give a shout out to Jenny B. That's my co-admin from my Facebook group, one of my besties. Hi, Jen.
Oh, Jenny B. Nice to meet you, Jenny. Who else over here found out about the live stream from Chris's either Facebook or YouTube, or I don't know. You posted on Instagram as well, right, Chris?
I
So
did.
yeah, let us know in the comments below who found this live stream from Chris's account. So would love to get to know you as well. So yeah. So, and speaking of subscribers, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I have hit the 18,000 subscriber mark and I am thrilled. And that's part of the reason I wanted to do this giveaway, but it kind of coincided with the time that it looked like I was going to hit 18,000. And I'm like, I hope I make it. And I did. So thank you so much. A
Yes,
lot of you have
congratulations.
found my channel from my GreenStalk content. It's amazing how YouTube works. I've got a ton of content, right? I've got so much content on all kinds of things out there. Saffron is really popular and, all kinds of things. But the most followers, at least over the past year or so, that have come to my channel have come because of GreenStalk. So
Mm.
it's interesting how YouTube kind of just tries to figure out where people are kind of gravitating towards you and then kind of push the content to those. So thank you. Thank you to all of you, especially the ones who found me recently because of my GreenStalk content, as well as for the ones who came from my original content. Thank you. Thank you so much. You really make my day with all your wonderful comments. You're so, people say that, there's all these trolls out there that no, there's nobody. I don't know about you, Chris, but like literally hardly anybody says anything that's not wonderful, right? They are so encouraging, and just that's why I do it. I don't know,
You,
thoughts,
yes.
Chris, about your channel and what you think about publishing content.
Yeah, I don't do as much as you. I wish I could. I need to get back in that headspace, but I do work full time outside of the home. So by the time I get home from work, some days I'm like, so I do what I can, but I'm going to try to push at least more shorts because those are easy. Shorts
Yeah.
don't require as much work or editing or anything like that. But I do content not only on the green stalks, but my full outdoor garden. And then since I'm in the Chicago area coming up on fall and we get cold winters, I then switch over to hydroponic growing inside. So if anybody does hydroponics, which is not GreenStalk, you can find that on my channel as well or in my group. I'll put the link there in a bit because for those of us who live in cold climates, unlike sunny California, it's great to be able to keep the growing going inside because it's something about the plants, they bring us joy. So I couldn't imagine being inside all winter without something growing.
And I always, so hydroponics is really interesting. So thank you, Chris. I wanted you to actually do a formal introduction of yourself, but a lot of people seem to know you already, and you just did that introduction, which is really great. I found you also from the GreenStalk affiliate, I think,
Mm-hmm.
program. And by the way, speaking of the affiliate program, I just want to give a shout out to GreenStalk. GreenStalk is just I don't have many companies that I do videos for. Vago Garden is the other one, but that's pretty much it. I might do one here or there just to sort of try out the company and see whether they're worth content on my channel, right? But so far I've really focused on GreenStalk only. It's just a wonderful company. It's all American company. Just still a small family business growing rapidly. It's almost Chris, I want you to tell that story about the GreenStalk growth strategy, which you told me. But yeah, just lovely. I mean, their customer service is amazing. The way they treat their affiliates is amazing. And speaking, shoot, I've got acorns like literally under their
You said it
construction.
would happen. You did say it would happen.
Oh my gosh, that hurt!
Oh no,
I
it
need to get
got
an
your head.
umbrella or something. But yeah,
It just there's not a squirrel up there throwing them.
you know, they're annoyed because recently I put this netting over
cover.
my GreenStalk, and they can't dig and bury their acorns anymore. So they're not happy with me.
Oh my goodness.
So, but yeah, tell us about your affiliate visit, Chris, and how you
Oh
talked about
yeah,
their
that was
strategy.
pretty awesome. That was back in March. They had us down to their office and plant and warehouse in Kentucky. They laid out the red carpet for us. We had dinner. We got to see behind the scenes in the office. We got to see in the warehouse. I'll put a link to my video of that. But it was just so cool seeing all of the green stalks just stacked up in the warehouse, which I'm sure is where the stuff from the warehouse sale is coming now. And everyone is just so personable and nice. We even got to go to the owner's home for a cocktail party. And then we had to like leave abruptly and go back to the hotel. At least some of us did because there was a tornado warning and the tornadoes in the area. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. But I had a great time, and it was great meeting some of the other affiliates. I was hanging out with Kim from Kim's Cozy Corner, and we were having total fangirl moments over Cassandra and Gary, and Scott was there. So yeah, it was a lot of favorites, and then there was us and the whole GreenStalk crew. Everybody was there, all of the family, and they have a few people that are not directly, related that work for them. But it just felt so comforting, and I agree. This is one of the best affiliate programs I've ever been in. I've been in a lot in my blogging life because I'm old and I've been doing this a long time. But they
I'm
really
I'm
take
older than you, Chris, so don't talk, okay?
a little bit, a little bit.
Don't talk about age here. We do not discuss age. I stopped aging at 29.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah, no, but I think one of the things that you mentioned to me was the growth strategy and the kind of cult following that they have
Yeah,
developed.
yeah. I asked, I said, did you guys realize that this would become such a cult phenomenon which when you started? And they were like, no. And that's in my video. And it's like they started, I can't remember the exact numbers now because that was a while ago, but they went from selling 200 like at one time and in the over a few months period, and then something happened. I don't remember if it was a YouTuber mentioned them or something, and then the sales just took off and skyrocketed. And from there things were just like, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. And I thought that was really cool, and I love that they listen to the customers and they're always looking to improve. And they were talking about how they see ideas in the group and things like that, and then products actually come from that, like the little, what's the thing called, the mover watering thing that you can put under there to catch water, and the support and the lid with the the new lids with that you can close. They are constantly innovating and making new stuff for us.
Absolutely, and very innovative company as well. And speaking of products, what I want to talk about a little bit, I want to definitely talk about the sale, and that was like one of the big items to discuss today.
Mhm.
But I guess everybody knows about the sale, and everybody knows that there is a lot of stuff running out. But if you don't, I mean, like, go in there and get whatever you need to as soon as possible. Tons of things have already run out. They've got several colors that are being retired. And frankly, I think of all the colors that I looked actually this morning, right before the live stream, there's none of the, like, the original, none of the original texture. Basket weave,
Mhm.
there's still some available, but the original texture is like all out, all levels, everything is gone, right?
I
So
think I saw black was back this
black
morning
was back.
anyway, but
Okay,
it
so
might be
that's the
gone
other thing,
again.
Chris. I have noticed that it's almost like they've got a little stash that once in a while they kind of they say it's sold out, and then they bring it back, right?
I just
And
imagine someone walking around that huge warehouse. I found some more.
exactly. That's one thing I got actually. I'm thinking it's actually a part of their strategy because that's going to keep people on it, right? It's like, is the black
Mhm.
back? Is the black back? Is the black back? Right? So, or
And they
whatever.
did post the other day in the group that some bug in the system had accidentally marked everything out of stock the
Oh,
overnight
really?
overnight, and they
Oh
had
my
to wake up and
God.
start fixing it. So that could be it too.
How horrible is that? In the middle of a big sale to
Right.
have a bug.
He broke the
And
website.
I mean, I think that's part of it. I was a little worried about that. And then the other thing that I was worried about was, if people, you know how many people like got that early access sale? Like people were setting their alarms to get the early
Yep.
access. So you guys, if you're not on the email list for GreenStalk, it is really worth getting on it because they actually do special things, like they give you early access and so many things. Like even the first day, it looked like some of the things that started getting sold out even before the
Yeah.
sale started, right? So
Mhm.
definitely get on the Facebook group, get on their email list. It's one of those I don't usually like to get on people's email lists, companies' email lists, but this is one of those. It's really worth it. And they also have a lot of great tips. Like they have the stock
Mhm.
talk thing where they talk about a lot about green stocks and things that work and things that don't work and all of that. So yeah, get on that email list. It's worthwhile.
The only
Even if you
drawback for being on the list, well, not really a drawback, but sometimes, our affiliate codes, you can use those. And then sometimes when there are other affiliate sales, you might not see that on that list, but you'll see the regular sales and all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely get on that list. And the other nice thing I like about the company, over and beyond the affiliate program, is everyone has access to Susie. Like you can
It's
set up
awesome.
a call with Susie. Susie
Mhm.
is their head gardener, and she's just amazing, right?
It
Very
is.
experienced gardener, and she's really got so many great tips and tricks about the green stock. I remember when I first, and I've been an affiliate only for a few months actually, like beginning of the year or something. But she and I had a chat. I think they do that with all of their new affiliates. So she and I had a chat, and I was like, there's one reason I didn't want to become a GreenStalk affiliate. I mean, I've been posting for like 4 years now, regular videos, lots of videos, but I've not wanted to become a GreenStalk affiliate because I was afraid that you won't let me speak my mind, right? Say things that are not so good, sometimes because not everything is perfect, right?
Right.
And she's like, no, we want you to share your honest opinion and definitely share it back with us as well. But
Hmm.
one thing she said is just remember that your climate, your microclimate, your environment is different. So if it doesn't work for you, doesn't necessarily mean it won't work for others,
So
right?
true. So true.
Yeah. And one example of that was I refresh my green stocks every year, right?
I do.
And I don't know about you, Chris. Do
I
you
do.
refresh them?
I,
Okay.
I at least add more soil if it settles, and then I amend it. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So amend, yes, amend and backfill, that I do, frankly, whenever I see it kind of dropping low. But actually, completely taking them down, I do it for a couple of reasons. Number one, black widows, and two, number two, the other reason I do it is because I'm a year-round. My green stocks are really pushed to their limit because I live in California, right? I mean, we don't have downtime in our garden, and
Right.
from summer it goes to fall, and then back to summer again, it seems. So I don't have a break in between, and so my green stocks are really pushed hard, and I've got to stay on top of the watering system, which tends to, sometimes it tends to block up and all of that. So I have to keep a close eye on that. But what kind of problems have
Hmm.
you had, Chris, with your green stock?
Um,
Um,
every
watering?
now and then I will find that the soil gets hydrophobic, but you can fix that by just flooding it and really wetting it up and maybe mixing in some peat, or depending on what's on the bottom, it might not get water. However, this year I put the irrigation in all of them, and that really fixed that. I have the irrigation hooked up into my whole garden irrigation, and during the heat of summer I had it watered twice a day because it was so hot, and that seems to have helped a lot. Other than that, high winds, depending on where you live, you may get high winds. And somebody asked in the chat way back, how do you keep them from falling over? Make sure it's level, for one thing. Make sure all the tiers are locked in properly, like those little feet underneath. You have to make sure they're all snapped down. And if you know you have high winds, tornado warnings, or something like that coming, if your plants are not too big, you can unstack a couple, or you can just soak it. And lots of people will shorten theirs on purpose if they know they live in an area where they get a lot of high winds. Like some people will keep them only 3 or 4 tiers, because that helps. Because if you have that, taller structure with tall plants on top, obviously it's going to catch the wind. So I've only had that happen to me twice. My pepper tower fell over because it was sitting in a part of my garden where that wind just whips around. But for having so many, I think that's fine. In a five, what's been 4.5 years I've been growing in them now. It's only happened twice. So
And Chicago is called the Windy City, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So yeah, listen to Chris's advice. Don't listen to my advice when it comes to wind, because we don't get a lot over here at all where I'm located. Though I will tell you, I have pushed the limits with my GreenStalk. So I don't know whether, I'm sure some of you have seen some of my videos from spring this year. I've got these things called Texas tomato cages.
Hmm.
I got them for free actually on Nextdoor, which was a huge win. And
Nice.
if you get like the 20-inch, they've got a 20 and a 24-inch thing, and they're not cheap, by the way. They're like the Cadillac of GreenStalk. So do we have another car these days, the Lamborghini? I don't know, whatever. So yeah, they fit nicely. The 20-inch fit nicely in the GreenStalk, and the nice thing about the Texas tomato cages, number one, they're super. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I'm just talking from my experience. Galvanized steel, right? So they are very strong, and then they stack one on top of the other. So technically, you can stack it all the way to the heavens if you want to. Just put one on top of the other. I think each one is like 4 feet tall or something like that. And I
Hmm.
stacked one, two, maybe three, one on top of the other. No, two. I did two. But even those were like all the way up there, right? And of course it fell.
Oh,
And it fell. I put sweet peas. They looked gorgeous. The sweet peas looked so lovely and full of pink flowers. And it fell. It wasn't even a big wind, like 10, 15 miles an hour, I think.
oh,
And
wow.
then it fell like three times. And
Oh
then
my
finally,
goodness. So it caught it just right. Are they
exactly.
throwing things at you again?
Yeah, no, it's just me. I get animated. I'm not Italian, but I still do I'm Indian. That's close enough. But yeah, I dropped my phone this time. But what was I saying? Yeah, the fortunately I've got in my greenhouse, in front of my greenhouse, I got this little wooden bridge, and that was the place that seemed to be catching most of the wind. So the green stalk fell and it leaned on the bridge. It didn't
Mm.
completely fall over, and it did it three times. And I'm like, okay,
Oh,
this was a fun experiment, but I'm not doing this again. So I took the top one, like you suggested,
that
and put it
reminds
down.
me. Did you see how they put the arch in two of them for the peas? I'm
I
gonna do
did
that here.
that. I did that too, you
Oh, you
guys.
did.
I
Oh,
have
yeah,
the
you
arch.
did. I remember. Yes,
Yeah, I have the arch, but I kind of got it late in the game, and I don't know whether you guys can see it. I'm walking over
I
here.
do. Very nice.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of got it late in the game, so it was too late for me to actually grow anything substantial on it. But I'm excited about next year. But I'll tell you something, you guys. Once you put that arch in, by the way, I like it a lot. I think they're experimenting with it. I think a lot of people are asking for better trellising options. But
Mm,
once you put that arch in, you cannot move, you cannot spin the
right.
green stock
Can't
anymore.
turn it. Hmm.
So yeah, just be aware. I don't know why that didn't strike me. When fortunately where I've got it, it gets a decent amount of sun, but I still would have liked to be able to spin it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, have you tried any trellising, any interesting trellising, Chris?
I wouldn't say interesting. No, I have the original green stock supports. I have their new trellises, and I have some similar ones from Amazon that I stick in the pockets, or sometimes I'll just use a bamboo stick,
Uh-huh.
depending on what it is. Um, I'm gonna try the arch thing next year and see how
Yeah, yeah. Just make sure that you put it somewhere. Oh, here's the other thing. I had already set up my green stocks, and I set it up on top of, and a lot of people do this, right? On top of a tile, a concrete tile. I've
that.
got 12 by 12s, but get 18 inches side if you can, because the 12 is like barely fitting it. But yeah, I had the green stocks already set up, and they were already full of things when I put the arch up. And then when I put it up, it didn't quite fit that perfect dimension, right? And so one of the the verticals is kind of slightly on the side, and I can't move it because it's sitting on that concrete thing, right? So I'm gonna have to wait till I unstack that to get that looking, like a perfect arch. But speaking of trellises, you which trellises did you get from Amazon, Chris? Did you get
Um, I can. You know what? You're making me want to go walk around outside.
did you
Let's.
get this one, something like
Yes,
this?
that's the one. Let me see if
Okay,
I
I
can.
hate this. I don't know about you, but I hate this. I've got this one, which is the green stock one.
Yeah,
I mean,
those are much
this thing,
better.
Yeah, this is flimsy. I got like the 50 pack because it looked so cool. Someone in the GreenStalk
Mhm.
group, they had a whole GreenStalk with these cute little, what a staghorn or bullhorn or something like that is
But
what
you
they
know what
call
they
it.
were useful for me? Not so much for trellising, but for keeping squirrels from getting in the pockets and digging. That's what I used them for.
Your squirrels are more gentle than mine. Mine would just rip it all off, So
Now, see, I'm going outside with you because I'm jealous.
yeah. Oh my gosh, you have a beautiful garden. Yeah, I know it's end of season for
Oh, it's
you,
hot.
but oh my
It
gosh.
is. It is. But there's some stuff to see still. Um, See right here in my strawberry tower, when I first planted my bare roots, the squirrels were coming in and they were digging them all up. So this every pocket in there has those little Amazon trellises in it just to keep them from digging.
That's
And
awesome.
then
Can you
the
guys see
green
it?
stalk, huh?
I'm just asking if folks can see it because
Yeah,
uh,
it's very sunny out here. I might have to go back inside. The sun is like directly overhead right now.
so Nirvana Alcantar, I don't know whether I pronounced your name correctly, sorry, says this live stream is great background noise for cleaning up my garage and making room for garden supplies. We should advertise that. Listen to our live stream. It's great background noise and you'll even learn something.
So here's the
uh,
green stalk trellises here on my peppers.
wow, that is loaded. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's low. Now I'm gonna have to walk backwards through the garden so I can see.
Be careful, please don't fall down. I mean, it's bad enough
I'm
me
not gonna.
getting acorns hit on my head here.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh, you had one without stuff in the way. Here's a view of one of them. So you just
Ah,
put
yeah,
that in
yeah,
the pocket. Yeah.
yeah.
And my garden,
No, these
yes.
are
Here
great.
in my area, this is when everything starts dying. So
Right. No, it's so sad when that. So tell us, Chris. I mean, I live in California. Like I said, I've got year-round gardening going on in
mhm,
my green stocks. What do you do with your green stocks during winter?
absolutely nothing. They stand where they are. I might unstack a couple of tiers just, because of what I mentioned about the wind or whatever. But usually I just leave them. I prefer clean things up in the spring because, in my opinion, it's much easier to pull the dead plants. And then, since over the past few years, I was like constantly adding things to the garden, I would
Yeah,
save that material to fill new beds or whatever. So I just, stack that up, put it in the bottom of a new raised bed, and then put the soil on top rather than
gotcha.
have to buy twice as much soil. But
Yeah.
those they will do just fine in the winter. You don't have to protect them. You don't have to put them inside. You don't have to unstack or anything.
And you've
One
had your green stocks for how many years now?
My
When did
oldest
you?
one is the Luscious Green, which was the first one they sent me in 2021.
Uh-huh.
And that one's been outside for 4 years and it's perfectly fine. The rest of them are 3 to 1 year old, and they are all great. Hi,
Anyone
Becky.
anyone on the call in a colder place than Chris? What's your gardening zone, Chris? Chicago?
6A. We were
6A.
5B. They just changed us to 6A.
So any fives and fours? I used to work for General Mills in Minneapolis, and I think they're a gardening zone 4. So they have like I don't know, literally 3 months in the year where they can garden properly. And the rest of the time, it's either ramping up or ramping down, right? So it's like Mother's Day. That's when we get our tomatoes out, and that also is kind of pushing it because they sometimes get snow, freak snow or freak frost after Mother's Day as well, which is
I watch a
crazy
couple
in
of
my mind.
partners and I wonder how they do it.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to actually move to Minneapolis as part of my job, and I was like, you know, I need to garden more than 3 months in the year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You
but you
be
do a lot of
inside.
yeah, you do a lot of inside gardening too, right, Chris?
Yes, yes, that's what I was saying. I have lots of indoor hydroponics. Some
Mm.
people take their green stalks inside. I'm not doing that ever because that's a lot of soil, and I know there's bugs hiding in there, and there might be a mouse hiding in there
Plus you've
or
got 21.
anything.
Plus you've got 21 or 22, so
Right.
that's a
Well,
lot of
I would
clearing.
probably glean one if I did, but I don't need to do that. Hydroponics is actually what I started doing in this house first.
Ah,
I first tried the garden period back in maybe 2013, 2014, and didn't stick with it at my old house. Then when I got here, 2018, I got my first arrow garden, which I actually purchased for my daughter, and she didn't open the box fast enough for me. So I eventually opened it myself, and the rest is history from there. So I have arrow gardens, tower gardens, I harvest. I have lots of stuff in my basement because Marketplace gets me in trouble, and companies have gifted me things to try out and review for my YouTube or group. And so all the green stalks stay outside. I don't need them inside at all.
oh my gosh. Arrow Garden, didn't they go out of business, Chris?
They went out of business and they quickly came back, but they haven't
Oh,
done much since they've been back. And I'm really wondering what's going on because it was another cult phenomenon. They're just like green stocks. Once you have
yeah.
one, you have to have another and another and another,
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
it's kind of sad that that happened. But I don't know if they're working on things behind the scene, if they're planning some more, bigger units, or who knows. I don't know. But there are other companies out there as well. Let Pot is another good small countertop. And I actually use all my hydroponics, well, not all of them because I have a lot, but I use my hydroponics to start most of my outdoor garden seeds, which is really fun and works well. So I start my seeds in my area in about early March in the arrow gardens. Then I'll plant them up to nursery pots if, depending on timing. Then they go outside to the green stalks or the garden.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. And, you said you start plants from seeds in March. I'm just curious. Let me know in the comments, you guys, what do you feel about starting in the green stock from seeds directly versus starting from starts? I kind of do both, but I'm just curious about what people prefer, and also what are you planting? If those of you who are planning a fall garden, what have you got going already? What seeds have you started? I tend to prefer starting seeds, like even if it means giving them a little bit of a head start by putting them in a damp paper towel in a Ziploc bag. I
Mm-hmm.
like doing that only mainly because of my squirrels. I mean, I plant directly, and we talked about things that you use to protect. You said that your little thing protects from squirrels. This does nothing for my
Mm-hmm.
squirrels. I mean, in fact, even the little seed houses, those seed houses, which are,
Yeah,
by the
I
way,
have
they're
those
really
too.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
squirrels got into that. I think they send their babies, their young ones, to go and kind of fit into that. Yeah, it's just horrible.
Let me
So
see if
I
I have a.
tend to really prefer to start indoors, or not even
Mm-hmm.
indoors. Like at this time of year, I start outdoors, but I start them in the
Okay.
little six packs, and then I migrate to my green stock. So that
I'll
seems
be
to work
excited
well.
to get my new greenhouse up next year, so I can start more stuff out there. If I try to start outside, like I was trying to start some new squash plants. Becky, remind me what squash that was. It was one of those long ones, and I put
Is
it
that
on the
black
potting
plant?
bench, and I had a little top on it to protect it. The minute I took the top off because they were getting tall, the squirrels came and destroyed them.
What are you guys' biggest pests in your garden? Let us know in the comments. Amber, I see Amber. You
I
guys,
am.
Amber is my friend here, Sustainably Amber. Go to her channel on Instagram, particularly. She is amazing. I
She
mean, the
is
stuff
amazing.
that I mean, go subscribe to her YouTube also. She's got a recently started YouTube channel, so definitely support Amber, Sustainably Amber. And yeah, you will not believe, you guys, the kinds of things that she does with all kinds of things like repurpose thrifting stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it just blows my mind. You did one recently, Amber, on the, which one was it? Like 10, 15 ways to repurpose. What was it? It wasn't a lampshade. Remind me, I'm getting old, but yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, the kinds of things she does with green stock stuff. She made like a kitty scratcher thing with the green stock box. I think it was the box. Was it the box, Amber? One of those bigger boxes. But yeah, it was just amazing the kinds of things that you do, Amber. So yeah, definitely subscribe to Amber's channel. She's just awesome. And yeah, sorry, I got distracted when I saw Amber on there because I like her so much. And then let's see. Yeah, so we were talking about starting from seeds. So by the way, how do you guys like my green stock hat? I love
Oh, so I'm
GreenStalk.
gonna show off my shirt too then.
Oh, you got
GreenStalk
a
10
shirt.
year anniversary.
That is such a pretty color. I love that color. Is there a GreenStalk in that color? It's not maple, right? I
It's
don't know. It's like a
like
salmon
peach, orangish
peach.
peach. Yeah.
Yeah, salmon pink. That's what I like to call it. That's a nice color for GreenStalk. But speaking of pinks and maples and oranges, how'd you guys like my terracotta color cup? This is another
Yeah,
little.
maybe that's what this is. Terracotta.
Maybe
It
it's
matches the cup.
terracotta. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of. See, you need this cup, Chris. You got to get this cup.
I have one somewhere.
Yeah, but but speaking of which, that's another thing that I love about GreenStalk. Most of that stuff, yes, there's a few things here and there, but most of the stuff is made in the United States, and they support small vendors. So, like this cup, for example, it's from a company called Black Oak Clay Pot or something like that. But yeah, they are like a really small company based in Waco, Texas, and they have like everything is hand thrown, right? These are all made by hand, and even though they are, I think they are growing a little bit, which is awesome. But every cup is it's got that unique touch, right? Because it's handmade and it's in the United States, and so yeah, they even their boxes, right? Their cardboard is sourced from like a company that's down the street, so it's
Mhm.
like everything and all the artwork on the it's everything feels like a gift. Doesn't it feel like a
Yes,
gift
it
when you get
does.
a green stock shipment? It's
And the
awesome.
stickers are awesome.
Oh my gosh, people are making
Nikki,
magnets out of it. I want to do that
yeah,
too.
I saw someone do that. That looked like a lot of work.
I have
Nikki
to
is
try it.
luscious green. Luscious green.
Luscious green or bright green? Ah, that's kind
And
of a
here.
neonish color.
Hmm,
I wonder whether they'll come up with a neon sort of line of colors, or maybe
probably.
some kind of ombre. Someone was suggesting, I think, in the Greenstock Gardener group, an ombre kind of thing. Like your nails.
I'm gonna
That
drop
is-
the luscious green in here if I pick the right picture. Hold on.
ah.
40. That's this one.
Oh, Stacy's got caterpillars. Oh my gosh. So for me, my biggest pests in my green stock beyond the squirrels, I've been dissing those poor things. I actually love them. They're my friends. They come, they sit, they kind of look at me. They're not scared of me at all. But yeah, they destroy my stuff, but that's okay. I grew enough for them. But the other things that I have a problem, particularly in my green stocks, aphids, you guys, aphids.
Yeah.
And Stacy was saying something about green onions and caterpillars eating them. Aphids are equally bad, right? For at least for me, they get into and they're nasty, right? Once they get into your like onions, particularly, I grew Egyptian walking onions once. They were just covered with those black aphids. They were just horrible. And then caterpillars. Caterpillars are bad as well. That's why I
They've
got
all
this.
been bad this year. All of the pests.
Yeah, you've had some bad ones too.
Yeah, yeah. For aphids, white flies,
White
cabbage
flies.
worms. I think I
Yeah.
saw evidence of one hornworm, army worms, lots of grasshoppers. We were talking about that. But yeah, the aphids, in my opinion, at least outside, are the easiest thing to deal with. Oh, and I forgot the flea beetles, those two.
Oh, I
There's
don't
so
have flea
many different
beetles. Or
things.
at least I don't think I do. Like white flies, I didn't even. People kept talking about them. I'm like, I don't have white flies. I have white flies. I saw them. The little triangular kind of shape. I'm like, oh, that's what white flies
Those
are.
are the ones when you get close to them, they just scatter.
Yes,
So you
yes.
can't even really get them.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
for the
it
aphids,
was so much fun trying to squish them before they flew. Oh, I had a lot of fun yesterday.
I was saying the aphids, in my opinion, are one of the easiest to deal with because I just blast them with my water hose, just wash them off.
So
I,
I've
I
tried
will
that.
I will periodically wash down the whole green stalks. Just
That's a really good idea. I think that also gets some of the caterpillars as well.
Mhm.
But I think with that strategy, Chris, you got to get it early, right? Because
Definitely
once they are like totally infested, they are all the way in, down, and like
in
my
the leaves.
strawberries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's difficult to yeah, they multiply so quickly. And this is a fun fact in case you guys don't know. Aphids, many of them are born pregnant.
Yep.
They don't need the guy to make them pregnant. They are born pregnant, and because they are so prone to all kinds of things that like to eat them, ladybugs, spiders, whatever. Everything loves to eat aphids. They have developed an ability to multiply at an extremely rapid rate. It's a survival thing for them. So yeah, this all the stuff about trap crops. I've not really. I don't know if you guys
They
have
don't
had.
work.
Yeah, if you guys have had luck with trap crops, I grow nasturtium. No. And the other thing is the different aphids, like they come in all the colors of the rainbow, right? And
Mhm.
different aphids prefer different types of crops. So
Exactly.
yeah, you plant a nasturtium next to a green onion with the hope that they'll pick the nasturtium.
In
No,
all
they're
my
like,
years of gardening, I have never seen an aphid on a nasturtium at all.
good point. Now that you mention it, neither have I.
They like peppers. They like cabbages. They really like the peppers. That's where I usually have them the most.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Yeah. So yeah, I want to know in the comments if any of you guys actually snagged some really good deals beyond green stocks in the sales recently, and what kinds of things you did to make up the $150 shipping limit, because that's one of those things, right? It's $150, but I only wanted that one green stock, and the sales are so great, it's so difficult to make that $150
Why I
mark,
ordered three that
right?
I didn't need.
What's that?
That's why I ordered three that I didn't really need.
Exactly, exactly. And it's interesting because shipping is it's GreenStalk is absorbing that cost, right? When they do the so-called free shipping or whatever. So it's just something to think. The shipping, it depends on where you are. Like for me, one year I the first time I ordered the GreenStalk, I thought I'd just get one and it didn't quite meet that limit. And
Right.
it was very expensive to ship to California. It was like, I don't know, 35 bucks, something like that. So it was pretty high. But I think in other places, the closer you are to them, it's different. So it sometimes is worthwhile pay. And then another thing that people do, which I've also done, and I feel guilty about doing it, they offer some deals sometime where you got to meet that $50 limit, and then you use the magazine code and you get, I don't know, free spinner or something like that.
Mhm.
And so people break their orders down, right, into multiple orders where each one is like $50, so they get one with each. And I guess it's reasonable to think people would do that, but again, got to worry about the shipping, which if we're not paying for it, GreenStalk is paying for it, right? And it's a
Right.
small company business at the end of the day, and it's a great company. So I don't know how long they'll continue to be this great with the kind of growth that they're having. Usually, a lot of companies, when they become really large, they're not able to focus on the little things as much. So, like that customer service, unfreaking
Top
believably good,
notch.
right? I mean, they're exemplary.
Hmm.
So yeah. Let's see. Any other questions that you guys have? I want to actually, I've got, this was supposed to be the frequently asked questions thing for a lot of you who are particularly newer to green stocks. And by the way, Chris has a video. Chris, you published it recently. If you want to put a link to it with all kinds of
Sure.
tips and FAQs and all of that, definitely watch that video. It's really great.
I
She
don't
shares a
know
lot of
that
good
the
stuff.
links worked when I put them in the chat. Maybe they will.
I think it did. I think I saw somewhere
Okay.
back. You.
It didn't look live, but maybe on the YouTube side it'll be live. Maybe
Well, it's
just
one of your recent videos, right? So
yeah,
so
it
go out
is.
there and check, you guys. It's a great video. I watched it. It
It's
was awesome.
called My GreenStalk Growing Tips, Lessons Learned, and a Tour.
Nice. So Chris, I have to put you on the spot and ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
One one of what would you say has made the biggest difference in the success of your green stocks? It used to be this way, and then suddenly you did something, and it was amazing after that.
Irrigation
Mm.
and feeding. Yeah. So when I see questions on in the GreenStalk group or just gardening in general, and people say my plants aren't growing, they aren't thriving, my first question is usually, have you fed them? And then how often do you water? Those two things right there make a huge, huge, huge difference.
Yeah.
And with a green stalk or any container that you're growing in, they're going to lose nutrients faster because every time you water or every time it rains, that's going through the soil and it's soaking out some of those nutrients and taking it with it. So you have to fertilize more often. I try to do in a perfect world every 2 weeks. That didn't work this summer.
Yeah.
But that makes a difference. And with the GreenStalk, water soluble fertilizer is easier, at least for me, because you can just pour it through the top, or you get the hose in sprayer connection thing where you put the fertilizer in it, and when you water, it puts the fertilizer in there. But one thing that I'm doing next year, I actually bought it this year, but then didn't install it, is I got a fertilizer injector, and I will
Oh,
share.
I've heard of those. Yeah.
I'm going to install that on my irrigation system. So then when I water the garden, it pushes the fertilizer out. And
Yeah, I've looked into that. I think I got one. Actually, I did get one once, and it didn't work very well. It was one
oh
of
no,
those cheaper systems that that I got on Amazon just to try it out. But I think that's a really good suggestion. I probably wouldn't do it for all of my garden, but for my green stalks particularly, I think that would make a big
yeah,
difference.
exactly. Because those are kind of hard to fertilize.
Yeah, they are. And so yeah, I would say the same, frankly, Chris. You got both mine, right?
Mhm.
Very it was a huge difference, you guys, when I put in irrigation. Huge. I can't even tell you how it just exploded, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is what it takes to have a thriving green stock, irrigation,
Yeah.
right?
And here's how I really figured it out. Last year, when I first started doing my irrigation, I did some of the garden, but not the rest. So on that art you saw in my garden with the beans, there were the same type of beans on both sides. On one side, no irrigation. On the other side was irrigation. This side, the beans were all the way up and into the middle. This one was just struggling along. And I'm like, oh, ha ha.
It's telling you right to your face that it
Yep.
needs to be fed, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
and speaking of irrigation, and we'll kind of jump into the topic of soil. We are running a little low on time, but this is a great chat that we're having here, and you're so experienced, Chris. So it's great to hear all that you have
You
to say.
too. Thank you.
But yeah, the soil in the green stock can get hydrophobic. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm pouring water from the top," especially the people that are kind of newer to green stocks. I filled it up at the top, and it all just sort of flowed through. The number one reason that happens, you guys, is because the soil that you've used has not yet quite absorbed the water.
Right.
And if you're a seasoned gardener, you know about hydrophobic soil. No matter how much you wet hydrophobic soil, it's going to find the shortest path and go right through. It will not soak
Mhm.
into the soil.
Mhm.
So there's two ways to solve this problem. Number one, do it in stages. Don't just fill up the whole thing and walk away and expect that you just set up this green stock and it's all watered. No, right? Do it in stages, especially the first time when your soil is kind of fresh and not yet quite hydrated. Do it in stages. So water it for a while, then come back, water it again. It may take a while to actually get all the soil hydrated. The other way, which is what I do, is wet the soil before you as you stack it,
Mhm.
wet it down
Right.
properly.
Yep.
Make sure, and when you don't water from the top, get your whatever tool, trowel tool, mix it all in properly, and make sure that the soil is actually wet. Go down, right, and feel and make sure that it has all gotten wet. Because once you stack that green stock, it's
Mhm.
really hard to get it hydrated.
Yeah, and you
So
have to use the right type of soil too. Some
let's
people
talk
who
about
are
that. Yeah.
inexperienced will get the wrong type of soil. So in the green stock, you want to use potting mix because you don't want your soil to be too heavy or too dense, because then the plants won't thrive. So there are tons of brands. I'm not going to say you must get one brand because lots of them are good, or you can mix your own. Or at this time of year, at least up north up here, we get great deals, clearance deals on potting mix, gardening soil, compost, and everything. So head to your local Walmart. You won't see the clearance prices on their website. You have to go to the store, and you might rack up soil for $1, $2, or $3 a bag. So at this time of year, I go buy what I can, and then in the spring, that's what I use. Potting mix is what you want, or you want to mix your own potting mix. So that is a nice loose mix, so
Yeah.
that it's not too heavy. And why does the soil in the green stalk settle so much? It's not just the green stalk, it's everywhere. When you have a raised bed or whatever, soil is going to settle. That's from watering it, which presses it down, 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 down. And then a little bit of it disintegrates. So you have to top off your green stalks, your raised beds, and all that every year.
Yeah, and greenstock particularly, it settles. Chris is absolutely right. Soil will settle. I mean, especially you've got a lot of organic matter. Organic matter. If you guys compost, you know that you fill that thing up, and then after a few weeks it's all settled down to the bottom because it's breaking down and
Mhm.
it gets compacted. GreenStalk particularly, it compacts more, I think, because it's so light and fluffy, right? I mean, you choose soils with light and fluffy in mind. You add perlite, and so when you first set it up, there's just a lot of air gaps in there, and
Mhm.
that starts to break down. And you use high quality soil. And guess what? One of the secrets of high quality soil is it's got great compost in it.
Preparation, yeah.
Guess what great compost does? It breaks down and it settles. So make
Mhm.
sure that you fill up to the. I actually almost mounded up when I set up my green stock for the first time because it is going to drop drastically. And for
Mhm.
strawberries particularly, that's a big pain because
Mhm.
strawberries, once they start growing and then they're all the way down at the bottom of the pocket, it's not fun, right? How do you backfill that thing? So
And
you don't
that's
want to
why
overdo
it's great to, like you were saying, to water it as you fill it, because the water is going to settle the soil. Then you might see you need to put more in there when
that.
you're first setting it up.
Yep, yep. So, and yeah, the other thing about raised beds not settling as much, maybe, versus green stalks, is raised bed mixes often contain non-organic material. So they may have sand in them, they may have other stuff that is not organic, so it doesn't break down, right? And that's why, sorry, there's some loud car screeching by. I've got a school right next to me, and the kids sometimes go crazy. But yeah, the soil that you put in your raised beds often contain material that does not sink as much, right? Greenstock, on the other hand, 100, you don't put things that are heavy, right?
Mhm.
Everything is organic, everything is fluffy, so it might seem that it settles a lot. So hey, we are getting to the end. We've got about 4 minutes more, and I do want to recap the giveaway rules. But Chris, any last words of advice, any wisdom you want to share with the group with all your experience?
Um, Really quickly, just make sure it's settled. Make sure it's level. Sorry. Like, for
Level.
example, in my garden, I have mine out in the garden, which used to be a grass area. Get the pavers, like Tanya mentioned. I use two different sizes of pavers. Just make sure it's level. Get the actual level from the store and level it. Make sure it's built right. Make sure you use good soil. Make sure you feed it. Make sure you water it.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And guys, if you want future topics that you'd like for me to bring into the green stuff and any other future guests that you'd like me to ask to join, I mean, Chris is absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Chris, so much for joining this wonderful live stream. And really appreciate not just the time you've taken during this live stream, but also all the prep work that we did before that. Thank you so much. And it's so
My
much fun.
pleasure.
I have a technology background. It's really a lot of fun to work with someone who is very good at tech because it's easier, right? We can talk kind of that same shop talk, if you will. So that was also really fun. But yeah, for the giveaway, definitely put a comment in here, you guys. Green Love 10, put that code word in there so I can find the comments easily. And make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, that you like the video. And yeah, that's about it. I will announce the winner on Monday, both in a community post on YouTube as well as I'll put it on my Instagram in case any of you prefer that. So thank
Good
you
luck,
all once
everyone.
again. What's that? Yeah. And
Good
thank
luck.
you for all those who found this live stream from Chris's channel as well. And welcome. I hope you subscribe to mine too. And then you guys, please subscribe to Chris's channel as well
Oh,
too.
yeah. And if anyone, a couple of people asked about the hydroponics or wanting to do it, I'll put a post in the community post on my channel about where you can find that, so I can help you out.
Fantastic. All right, you guys, have a great weekend. Bye bye.
Bye bye.